Hi everyone, Nova here from Brighter Outlook Counselling Service with this week's live stream narcissistic abuse recovery question, answer and support session. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. It's fantastic to have you back. I had a break last week. I was crook as anything with the flu, and I just want to thank you all for your lovely well wishes. I'm feeling absolutely 100% this week and excited to be back with this week's live stream. So yeah, thank you so much everyone. It was lovely to log on and see all your lovely thoughts and well wishes there. So I do appreciate it. I did see it and I was just absolutely overwhelmed. Thank you. David Mars is joining us here tonight all the way from Las Vegas, and I can see David here now, so I'm just about to let David in. Fingers crossed. It won't take too long before David's in. You just never know with these live streams. Hi, Ashkasha, we've got Carol Ann there. Hi, Carol, and there's David. Hi, David.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Good.
That's good. You're a little bit quiet. Have you got your mic right up?
Everything's up, yeah.
Is it? Oh, okay. You just seem a little bit quieter than usual. That's okay.
I can talk louder.
You can talk louder? Oh, good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can talk louder too, so we can do that. Okay, David, we've got a few people here already. I've said hello to a few. We've got Rebecca Kopp there. Hi, Rebecca. We've got Debbie Shea there. Hi, Debbie. Everyone, as usual, please say hi in the comments and let us know where you're from. Let us know whereabouts in the world you're tuning in from, so we can say hi back. We've got Ali Schultz is here, says hi. Ash Kasha says hi, David. We've got Rick Bamford is there, says evening. Hi, Rick. Rebecca Kopp says hi, David. Who else have we got? Got Lizzie James there. Hey, Lizzie. Lizzie says, glad you're feeling better. I'm having a term with the flu now. Oh, no. Lizzie, I feel for you. Yeah, it was a particularly bad bout this winter. I haven't had it for a few winters. So, yeah, I feel your pain. Hope you get better soon, Lizzie. We got Carol and Ashley there, says hi, guys. Hey, Carol. Okay, I think that's all I can see. Oh, we got Jenny Wright there from Melbourne, and Rick is from Brisbane. How you going, Rick? Great to see some guys there. Awesome. Okay, David, did you want to introduce the topic, or did you want me to tonight?
Go ahead, you can introduce it. I have things to say about it. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, awesome. Okay, I just saw another couple of people join. We've got Matthew Harrison says good evening all. Hi Matthew. Lisa Jane Bevington from Merseyside, UK. Glad to catch you after a long time. Well, it's awesome to have you here, Lisa. And we've got Jessica Godelman there, says hey Nova, and David. Yeah, and Jenny right there. I think I said hello to you, Jenny. So, okay, everyone, David and I thought we would chat tonight about something, once again, that happens to all of you in when you're in an abusive relationship with a narcissist or any cluster B relationship, really, and that is the insidious nature of isolation. Okay, so where will I start? Okay, so isolation it's about power and control. Okay, so it's very predatory in nature, isn't it, David? It's like if you think of like animals in the wild, especially very predatory animals like lions and leopards and animals like big cats like that. What do? They pick their target. They pick perhaps a wounded animal or the weakest one in the pack. And what do? They isolate it from the rest of the herd. Now, this is, I guess, instinctual, but really it's kind of the same predatory technique that narcissists use. What they are doing when they're isolating you is it's very, very intentional, and it's designed to get you away from anyone that can help you, and to be able to exert that power and control over you. So why is this such a thing in narcissistic abuse? Well, the very nature of the abuse is that the narcissist needs all the attention. They need you to have all eyes, all ears on them. Okay, so if you've got other people in your life, your attention is going to be elsewhere. If you've got friends, family, you've got other activities going on in your life, then obviously you're going to be devoting your attention. It's going to be split at the very least, and it's not going to be 100% on the narcissist. Now, of course, this is going to give the narcissist it's going to wound their ego. It's going to give them a narcissistic injury, because this means if you're focusing elsewhere, the narcissist is not, the heart and soul of your life, and that's where they want you. Okay, so they will do anything, won't they, David, to get you on your own, get you away from the pack, where you can find support, help, potentially be influenced by by outside sources that might kind of give you a clue that this relationship just might be abusive, and I guess get you away from anyone that can possibly pull you out of this relationship, and I guess open your eyes and pull you out of that fog. So yeah, that's what Dave and I wanted to talk a bit about tonight, was isolation, and just what an insidious technique it is that the narcissist uses to abuse you and manipulate you.
Great points. Yeah, I think that need for attention is huge. Yeah. And I wrote down some other things that I brainstormed right before we started. So I want to go over those too. And, there's a combination of reasons. I think it's important to try to understand what they're thinking, why they did the things they do. The more we understand, the better it helps our experience feel better. So I wrote down a bunch of reasons that I thought of, and some are the ones you discussed, that you talked about, Nova. So why? Let's think about that. These are people that isolate as well, and what causes isolation in the first place? Poor communication skills, lacks reading social cues. Narcissists, if you get neglected enough by your parents growing up, emotional neglect, even physical neglect too, these people will become, or can become, socially inept, can't interact with people very well, can't communicate very well. If you take that and you equal that to all, or add all the shame that they carry, narcissists are full of shame, believe they're bad people, and they have inferiority complex. Narcissists have huge inferiority complex. They feel inferior. They feel they're not good enough. This shame makes them feel like bad people, and they overcompensate. That's why they do. That's what ego is, right?
Yeah.
So, and a lot of this stuff causes social anxiety, depression. So these are people that are dependent for everything they need from people. So once they get their victim, like you said, they isolate them, they're going to get what they need from them. And they will isolate themselves. They no longer need other people as of yet, right? So you might be good enough in the beginning. Give them all the attention they can get. In relationship with narcissists, there's no self, no autonomy. It's all about them, isn't it? All about them. So, and these are competitive people. You're in relationships with someone who's actually competing with you. Competing, like you said, Noah, for attention. They want all your attention. They want the attention, not just that you give your friends and family. They might want attention from them and compete with you. They might go behind your back and talk to your family and friends, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they want control. If they're dependent on you, they want to control you to get what they want. And they fear, most often fear abandonment. They fear rejection. They are jealous and envious people because they can't do things for themselves. They're dependent on you for it. So I think one important thing to realize is they are liars, right? You can't trust them. They lie. People that lie think that everybody else lies. People that cheat think that other people cheat. People that steal think other people steal, right? So if they are liars and they're dishonest, they're certain that you will be, right? That you'll go out and cheat and lie and steal and all these things, right? And they're competitive and dependent on you. Fear of abandonment, don't want to lose you. You're mine, I'll control you. Until, because this is all external things, so what anybody does for you can never be enough. You have to do it for yourself, and that's eventually where they will stray, right? They'll stray and they go get attention from other people because you eventually can never be enough. So I think, and then that isolation factor is just so prominent, right? I got what I need here. I have social problems anyways. I don't get along with people very well. I have problems with relationships my whole life. I may have social anxiety, depression. I feel like a bad person, not good enough. So I have somebody that accepts me, someone that will give me what I want unconditionally, typically, right? And what happens, like I just said, what emotional neglect and abuse causes isolation. It does. People that isolate themselves in adulthood most commonly were neglected in their childhood. You can even go into introverts and stuff like that. So if we're emotionally neglected and abusing our relationships, we will isolate. We will fall into that with them and not leave, not do anything, not go anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that's a lot what happens. And I'm sure there's a lot of other factors that you guys can come up with too.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to hear your experiences, guys, and different ways that you were isolated. Um, Another, I guess, the love bombing, in the love bombing stage, David, when the victim is being set up and they're on that pink cloud and all the the happy hormones are flowing. You kind of isolate yourself, don't you? It's like, oh my goodness, this person is just so amazing. I want to spend every second of my time with this person. And this is a very intentional setup, isn't it? It's the narcissist sets out to make them their number one in your life. And what happens here is that because you start to do this, I guess, intentionally, you want to be with them, the insidious, gradual demise of relationship that comes in later when the narcissist starts to manipulate doesn't seem so obvious, and often it comes under the guise of caring, because you chose to want to be with them all the time. When the narcissist starts to do things, to say things like, oh, why do you want to be with those friends? Those friends are a really bad influence on you. You used to be so much, you're so much happier when you're not with them. And this kind of manipulative strategies, even with family members, you start to, when you put a lot of faith in what the narcissist says because you've been, manipulated so much that you believe them. And once again, you start to isolate yourself. And in the end, the victims are actually believing that they isolated themselves. And this is just, I guess, part of being in that fog, because it's just so gradual, where the narcissist sets you up and then takes over with the manipulation and just the strategies they use. When they approach family members and friends, often it mightn't be that they're trying to pull you away, pull the victim away. They might be setting up relationships with these family and friends, becoming their best friend, becoming the best son-in-law, the best daughter-in-law, so that they can plant little seeds to isolate you later on, and also to insulate them from anything that you might say when the abuse becomes obvious. Like if you want to go to your mum and dad and go, oh, he's just been horrible to me, he's been so abusive and he's done this and he's done that. And, if the narcissist has set this up well by planting these seeds, the mother and father aren't going to believe you. And once again, this is going to isolate you from any type of support system. So there's all these different ways that they set you up so that they can get you alone.
Yeah, that's great that you brought that up. Yeah. I mean, these bad experiences, trauma and stuff like this causes shame for us, right? We don't, as a victim, how much do you want to tell people what someone's doing to you? At a
Yeah.
certain point, either you don't want to tell anybody, you don't want to admit it, right? But say you go and tell your parents, how much can you complain to your parents about your boyfriend or girlfriend until your parents say, I don't like them, I don't want you dating them. Your relationship is toxic. So what do? You stop telling them, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, good
And
point.
how much do you, how much are you going to want to say to your parents about your boyfriend or girlfriend if your boyfriend or girlfriend has set up this, amazing relationship with them where they're helping them out with the car, and they're helping them out with all these house duties, and they're this charitable son or daughter-in-law. It's just going to seem like you're just seeking attention perhaps from the parents, and the parents are going to tell you, go back, they're such a nice person, don't leave them, they really do love you. And can you imagine the confusion the victims go through? They're here approaching the most important role models in their life, people that should be there to yank you out of that abuse, and they're having these people say to you, go back, they're really not that bad for you, go back to the abuse. And just the confusion that this must create in victims' minds is unbelievable.
And if it doesn't work that way for the narcissist, right? They don't want to be challenged. Everything's a threat. So if it's not something they can manipulate or control, the people around you in your life, then they want you away from them. They want all of them out of there. Don't challenge me. They're a threat to me and our relationship. They're threatening us. Yeah. They're
Yeah.
going to tell you the truth. They're going to tell you really what's going on.
Yeah.
Right?
I just thought of there's so many ways. I just thought of another one that's kind of got two sides to it, David, where the narcissist, if you're living together, perhaps it's your husband or wife, and they will just be so atrociously rude when people come over, just be rude to
Yep.
their faces, sit there and read the newspaper and just be overtly rude if you have friends over. So here they are setting up a situation where you won't invite friends over anymore because it's just too humiliating to have your partner treat them that way. And the same goes if you take your partner to someone else's house and you're trying to have a good time, and the partner makes a fool of you or a fool of the hosts or the guest or other guests, and then it isolates you because it deters you from taking out your partner out with your friends again. And it just sets up this situation of isolation where you feel like you've just got no one.
Yeah, you're supporting what I said earlier about the neglect from their parents, which has to be prominent in their childhood if they're disordered. The neglect from their parents makes them have more social problems in these social situations. They sabotage these things. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so who wants to be around them? And how many times do you want them around them? You don't want to bring them together either. Yeah.
yeah. And
Great
it
point.
just it just sets up a beautiful situation of drama for the narcissist. You're kind of just handing them this big platter of narcissistic supply because that feeds into the narcissist going, all you want to do is spend your time with those people that are no good for you, and you're not into our relationship, you're not prioritizing our relationship. And this tears, creates massive cognitive dissonance in the victims because they're thinking, well, yeah, I actually kind of do go out with my friends and leave him or her home by themselves. That's probably not a good thing. And it just creates confusion, and sets up a situation where the narcissist can get more attention from you and get you to defend yourself, just, get a platter of reactions from you.
Yeah, right. Well, disordered people, I mean, they have a negative view of the world. They have a negative view of people, typically. They don't want people around. It just doesn't work out. And how often do you hear this? And I'm sure a lot of people out there dated narcissists. It's us against the world, right? Because what do? They're so competitive. They force you to pick sides with everyone, don't they? It's always a team thing. It's always
Yeah,
us. It's either, yeah, you're on their side or you're on my side, isn't it? Always, always.
yeah.
And if they don't get
Yeah.
along with people in the end, they never do in the end. So it's
Yeah.
just, it's me against the whole world. Whose side are you going to pick? You love
Yeah.
me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And let's not forget bringing in the perceived flying monkeys. And by perceived, I mean, what's an example? Statements like, "Your friends agree with me." Your own mother agrees with me. They think you're crazy. They said that that I really need to watch out for you, and this creates this, once again, confusion, and sets up potential conflict with you and your loved ones, because you think that they've ganged up on you with the narcissist in your life. And once again, it's up the situation for isolation.
That control factor again, right? If I can't
Yeah,
control you, I'll control the people around you,
yeah,
right? I'll
yeah,
smear you and make them hate you.
yeah,
Well, no one's going to hang out with you. No one wants to talk to you. No,
yeah, exactly. Oh, and I guess the most obvious is dragging you away, as in, I've just got this new job right across the other side, of the country. Come with me because I love you so much. Let's just start a new life, just you and I, all under the guise of caring and, that future faking, taking you physically away to another part of the world, from anyone that's going to be able to influence you.
extremely impulsive, right? Making
Yeah.
decisions to move like that, quitting jobs all the time. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Instability. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a
Okay.
hundred reasons why they isolate you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's all intentional, guys. And you, like we were speaking about earlier, you tend to think when you're in the thick of that fog that you might have been responsible for it yourself, but you're really not. This was a very gradual process of manipulation. Yeah. Okay. We've got Rebecca Sargentson, says, "Hi, guys." Hi, Rebecca. Uh, okay. Just looking for some questions. Um, okay. We've got Corey Lascelle there from Fall River, MA. Is that Massachusetts, David?
Yes.
MA?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Getting better
Good
at my
job.
geography. Okay. We've got Millie Smith here. Hi, Millie. Millie says, "Is it possible he did everything in his power to make me jealous and not trust him, to stop me from doing things without him?" David?
Well, anything's possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you think so, then I guess so. Sure. Who would know what he was doing or thinking really, but yeah, that's possible. Yeah, I mean, I've heard crazy stuff. I've heard of disordered people making the people they're dating believe that they're cheating when they're not. And I know that sounds crazy. How do you know they're not cheating? Well, I knew they're not cheating, and yet they believe a girl's pair of panties somewhere for the girlfriend to find. To just
Yeah.
constantly throw that doubt and fear, right? It's just
Yeah.
more. It breaks you down, breaks you down, breaks you down.
Yeah.
Gives them attention, right? Chase me. You think you're gonna lose me, you'll chase me. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. Mate, plant that insecurity, and once again, this just, it just goes to show how, the actual crazy person is trying to make you look crazy, because, like, who wants to do that? Who wants to make their partner feel insecure and walking on eggshells all the time? A narcissist. They want, like you said, David. I've heard of things just as insane as that. Planting pennies somewhere to make you jealous and to make you, start to look in their phone so that they can call you a crazy, jealous person, and create drama and make themselves look like this person that everyone's chasing.
Maybe, possibly, they thought you were cheating.
Yeah,
That's a
projection.
reaction to them. That's how they reacted to you, possibly, because they're paranoid. They get paranoid, and they think that
Yeah,
you're cheating. If they're liars and cheaters, they think you are, or even if they aren't doing it, they'll think you are. And maybe that's a reaction to it. I'm gonna put the attention. You're gonna think I'm cheating now.
Yeah.
How do you, how did you react when they did that? That's
Yeah.
important. They probably knew that you would.
And I
They knew
guess
you
that,
wouldn't leave them, and they knew you would chase them, maybe. Yeah.
yeah. And I guess wanting to make their partner insecure is really a projection of their own insecurities, because a narcissist, like their true self, that's what they are. They are insecure, insipid little weaklings, very insecure. And so, yeah, they project that onto you because that's
Absolutely.
exactly the way they feel about themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you begin to feel like they do.
Yeah.
This is what they want. They're dependent. They want you to feel like they do. If they're jealous all the time, they want you jealous. That's a way
Yeah.
for them to meet their emotional needs.
Yep. We've got Donna Johnson there. Hi, Donna. And we've got Yura Hater there. Hi, Yura. Yura says they have power over communications and feelings. Yes, they certainly do. They do this through lots of different strategies, Yura, gaslighting, projection, and yeah, I guess their whole modus operandi is about controlling you, and your feelings is number one on their list. Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to meet their needs. They're not going to meet yours. And a major need that you have is autonomy, yourself. You can't develop yourself in a relationship with them. It's all about them. So your feelings, your thoughts, your desires, wants, fears are totally insignificant. They mean
Yeah.
nothing.
Absolutely. That to for your feelings to mean anything to them um, requires empathy. So it's impossible for them to have, to feel what you're going through because they have no empathy.
Yeah, yeah, they want you to feel what they're going through. Literally, feel the same way.
Mm. Okay, Ash Kasha. Hi, Ash Kasha says, my ex gets out of jail on Friday and the police made an IVO and kids are moving schools. What else do you think I should do to keep my kids safe? Yeah, look, how old are they? Ashkasha certainly talk to them at an age appropriate level about keeping themselves safe and, about danger and, those kinds of things. Getting cameras, security cameras. If you're getting a restraining order in place, that is definitely a protective thing. Tell your neighbours, if they see anything funny going on around your house, to let you know. Don't, don't leave any kind of stone unturned. You really, really need to protect yourself and make sure that your kids are safe. I would just be letting everyone know, including the police, that you're worried and you're concerned.
Yeah, good points. I think you covered it all. I think it's always important to, I think you should consult a lawyer, the correct lawyer, to
Yeah,
help you with. They'll tell you what you can do. They'll help you get a restraining order. They'll tell you if you can. That it's really important that you seek a lawyer. Um,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. I think it's also important to keep this in perspective. You said he was getting out of jail, but you didn't say what he went in there for. I don't know if is he physically abusive to you? That would permit you to be scared, But is this anxiety? Is this I'm just afraid of the unknown, or do you know that he's physically violent, he threatens you, he's hurt the children before, or he hurts children? If this is somebody who, yeah, if he's in jail for something else, maybe I just want to calm your nerves a little bit. Maybe you don't have to be so scared, but everything Nova said is appropriate and good ideas. Yeah, for sure.
yeah. Just so safe, Ashkasha. Um, Debbie Shea is there. Hi, Debbie. Debbie says, I never had children with the narc, but had great relationships with all my family and friends. He had no family contact, and I always thought he was jealous with the way I interacted with family. Of course, Debbie, narcs never have good, relationships with their family. And as you know, friends are just objectified the same way their intimate partners are, and are simply there to serve a purpose. Once their usefulness runs out, they're discarded too. But yeah, jealousy, absolutely. You have something that he'll never have. You have a loving, intimate connection based on reciprocated, unconditional love with loved ones, something that he'll never have. So you know, a narcissist has pathological envy towards anything you have that they don't. So that just makes total sense to me, that he would be jealous of you.
Yeah, envious and jealous, right? Envious is uh, well, jealousy is I'm afraid of losing something I have. Maybe they're afraid of losing you to your family. They'll get jealous over anything. And envious, I don't have what you have. Yeah, I want that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got Cassandra Pennington Collins there. Hi, Cassandra. Uh, Cassandra says, even with their own children. I'm not sure what you're referring to there, Cassandra, but maybe you're talking about isolation, because that's what we're talking about, if that's what you're referring to. It depends. It depends what they're trying to gain, what they're seeking from their children. Children are just objects, the same to a narcissist. They are objectified. So if their own children has displeased them in some way and they need to be punished, then they will isolate from them. Or if they are wanting their children to, you know, meet all of their needs and give them 100% attention, which they often do, they don't like it when they start to become independent and individuals. You know, when they start to become teenagers, they will absolutely isolate them. They will give them a guilt trip if the child wants to go and play with their friends rather than, you know, be with the narcissistic parent, because then they're tearing their attention elsewhere off the parent. So yeah, absolutely, they will even do it to their own kids. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see that attachment style, that avoidancy, right? That they seek the attachment with you. Over time, they begin attaching with you. What do? They push you away, don't they? And that
Yeah.
goes to show what kind of attention they got as a child. None.
Yeah, exactly. Rebecca Sargentson says, my narc ex left for new supply and has hurt children by abandoning. How do I explain to the kids? He is playing victim by saying I have cut him off from the kids, which is definitely not the case. David?
Explain to them the best you can, in a very healthy, respectful manner. So we talk about their father in a respectful way, and you want to explain to them what happened. It's very important that you do, I believe, because things they don't understand, they'll take it in as it's their fault, they're bad, they're not good enough, daddy doesn't love me. So the more better you can help them understand the truth, the better they'll feel. And so be careful when explaining to them what's going on, that you're not just saying daddy's a piece of crap. You know, no, daddy has, whatever you want to say, something's wrong, right? Daddy's not healthy. Daddy, whatever you want, however you want to put it, mom. But I think it's important for them to understand, and I think it's important for them to learn how to interact with him, because this is gonna be a problem for as long as they interact with their dad, right? They need to learn how to, if they're going to, and they're forced to now as children, aren't they? Like even a court will force it. So it's important to help them, teach them how to interact with him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's
important.
important for them to know that it's not their fault. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
a parent isolating their children from them, this is going to, you know, create all kinds of abandonment issues in the child. So yeah, strongly suggest counselling, because we all know where abandonment issues leads to very dysfunctional adult relationships, where you're scared, and it affects your attachment style to, you know, a potential a future partner, because you're forever scared of abandonment. So yeah.
Yeah, children internalize everything. You
Yeah.
know, mom and daddy fought over me. They don't like me. Mom and daddy divorced because they don't love me. I'm not good enough. Daddy's blaming mom, mommy's blaming dad. It's me that's the problem. I mean, they will internalize everything. So very much try to help them understand the truth. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Uh, Debbie Shea says, he isolated me from all my family and friends, but now I know who true family and friends are after I walked out. Yeah, and I guess that's you do find out, who your true friends and loved ones are, Debbie, because, that those people will be there in the end, and they won't allow the narcissist to sway them from loving you. So I'm so glad you're out of that anyway. We've got Love Kaisma there. Hi, Love. She says, you look very pretty tonight. Oh, thank you, Love. That's very sweet of you to say that. Thank you. Okay. Who else have we got here tonight? We've got Courtney. Courtsley Finn is there. Hey, Courtney. Everyone, Courtney will be here next Tuesday night talking about family law court stuff. So make sure you join us here for that one. We've got Yay, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but SJ or Yay, says, I got this attitude from my husband just last night. He believes and had told people that the people I talk to are bad friends because they are encouraging me to leave him. Yeah, exactly what we've been talking about, isn't it, David? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
They're a bad influence on you.
eventually everyone is a threat. Everyone.
Yeah. Everyone there will be something wrong with everybody, and it will just, in the end, even when you do have a bit of energy to kind of stand up to the narcissist and risk the wrath of the narcissist, it will just it will take its, your memory will go back to when you stood up to them last time, and it will be just not worth the drama to you. So every time they do this and they create drama over your friends and family, they are just slowly conditioning you to not contact them or not be around them or to stay away from them, because it's just not worth the conflict that it causes at home.
Yep.
Yeah. Carol and Ashley is there. Hi, Carol. Carol says, my ex flirted and flattered my girlfriends and I believe had affairs with some of them. Yeah. What a great way to set up conflict between friends and, triangulate, David.
Yeah, sure. And you mentioned earlier, they don't connect. They don't emotionally connect. It's just all physical. So I get physical attention from you. I don't really care who you are. Easily replaceable. Go to somebody else for that attention. And then they need a lot. They
Yeah.
need a lot. It's never enough. Nobody's ever can give them enough attention. So
absolutely.
they stray.
They stray a lot. Okay, we've got Kathy Cat there. Hi, Catherine. She says, this is my husband. Yeah, obviously you've recognized all of these traits in him, Catherine. She says, he has done this with my parents and family and friends. Yeah, it's a classic strategy, just designed so that they can manipulate you and abuse you in private. It's a lot easier to trauma bond you and to isolate you when they've got you all alone. And speaking of trauma bonding, that's the addiction that they create in you. Trauma bonding is, I guess, we also call it Stockholm syndrome. And this is exactly what happened to the hostages in Stockholm, in that bank heist, which is what the Stockholm syndrome is named after. The captors completely isolated them from all of their loved ones. They took them hostages and were able to manipulate them and come across as these human, caring people that actually had lives and, were only committing this horrible robbery because of terrible things that, the government or whatever had done to them. Had the hostages feeling sorry for them. This would never have happened if those hostages had not been isolated from society. They were very easy to manipulate, and this is how it all feeds into the trauma bonding and the addiction. Is they get you on your own. Yeah.
Yeah, they have to limit consciousness, right? They have to limit awareness.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They want to limit your ability to think and get you in that fog where you can't see. Yeah. We got Helen Forster there. Hey, Helen. Helen says, my narcissist brother made me the family scapegoat and hit on my family at a time when we lost 4 family members in 1 year and estranged me from my whole family. A couple of years ago, he tried to pull, just open up your question. A couple of years ago, he tried to pull me back in. I wouldn't have a bar of it. 8 years down the track, I'm the happiest I've ever been without toxic family, and I know it annoys him. And he's had people try to contact me, flying monkeys, recently. Why do they never give up trying to annoy you? David?
Well, I'm really sorry you don't have a family. And I'm glad you recognize the toxicity of this and that your brother didn't make your family do anything, right? Your family did what they did and need to be held accountable, turn their back on you. What was her question though? No, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Helen said, why do they never give up trying to annoy you? Like, she's the happiest she's ever been without her toxic family, and she knows that it annoys him because he estranged her from them. And he's had people trying to contact her recently, like this flying
Well,
monkey.
these people don't self-soothe. These people don't tell themselves everything's going to be okay. They have a huge, massive self-instability. They don't have a very firm sense of who they are. So these things rock them. You know, I lost my sister. I lost my sister. If they're full of shame, they're a narcissist. They're full of shame. I'm a bad person. I lost my sister. They always have to win, don't they? They have to win. They have to get you back and break up with you. It matters who breaks up with who. It matters because it does, because they don't know that they're good people. You know, when we're at our bottom worst, we pick ourselves up, and hopefully we know that there's something good in us, you know, and we can resort always back to that. I'm still a good person. I don't deserve this, you know. I'm going to be okay. They don't do this. They don't do this. And your brother will stay in that toxic family. They don't end these relationships. They're so sick, they'll stay in it till death. You
Yeah.
know, and when they leave you, do they really leave you if they come back? Did they really end the relationship, or they just go on hiatus for a while and come back for more when they're ready? I mean, really, you know.
Yeah. Are they just punishing you, at the moment, giving you the,
Right.
an extended silent treatment?
Why
Yeah.
why give closure if it's not over?
Yeah, exactly. Um, okay. Got Raymond Cooper's there watching. Hi, Raymond. We've got Jessica Holland there says, hi. Hey, Jessica. Cassandra says he got it from his mama. Yeah, and so often we hear of these people having narcissistic parents. Yeah, and passing it down through, possibly some genetic components, but for the most part, they're role modeling. Showing them teaching them how to act and have no empathy.
It's inappropriate parenting. That might sound vague, but it's not. It's highly inappropriate parenting. Very
Yeah,
unhealthy parents. Oh, I mean, yeah.
yeah.
Healthy
Um,
parents, two healthy parents don't raise narcissists. They just don't do it.
yeah. Lisa Jane Babington's there. Hi, Lisa. Lisa says, my narc ex has told my 17-year-old daughter she has free reign of his house for the summer while he is at his apartment in Cyprus. It is a deliberate attempt at undermining me. Thankfully, I hope I can now. Just lost you there, Lisa. Hopefully now I can see this for what it is, another devious attack on me. Okay, so he's given your daughter free reign of his house for the summer. Okay, so obviously you're seeing that as just having absolutely no boundaries in place at all, and giving your daughter free run of the house with something that you obviously don't approve of. Yeah, and what a better way to get at you, Lisa, than through your child. But the sick thing is, it affects the child. Is she going to be safe? Is he? Like, he wouldn't be thinking of those things. His intention would be to get at you.
Yeah, if you think you're in competition with your narcissist when you're married, wait till you get a divorce.
Yeah.
Competition is really on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the children are always the blunt of this competition. They are. They
And
always.
yeah, and look, and 17-year-olds. I mean, a 17-year-old, the world revolves around them, you know, kind of like a narcissist, and they're extremely selfish. And, you know, to have a parent that, you know, hands them that kind of freedom with no accountability really or responsibility is going to win brownie points with that young adolescent.
Big time. You know, as children are younger, they really want stability. They need rules and a schedule and things like this. But man, 17-year-old, huh? They want a cool parent, not responsible
Yeah,
parent. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Um, okay, we got Diane McClellan there. Hi, Diane. Uh, Jessica Holland says, are narcissistic people prone to being cheaters? Yes, absolutely, Jessica, absolutely 100%. As David was saying earlier, they one person is just not enough. They have to have people around them all the time to abuse and to reflect back to them how amazing they are. You know, they just one person is just not enough. So they have to have people on the go at all the time, and having just one is probably not enough either. They will have as many as they possibly can get away with. Yeah.
A very common reaction to inferiority complex is sleep with people, right? I don't feel good enough. I'm not good enough. Well, I go have sex with somebody, then I'm good enough for that at least. I mean,
Yeah.
and the constant need for attention. If they can't do things for themselves, they need other people. They're dependent on other people for this. But that's external. It's outside. It's not enough. It never will be.
Yeah.
You or anybody else on this planet can't ever be enough for a narcissist.
Yeah. That it's yeah, absolutely, Jessica. It's about stroking their ego. You know, what a better way to have their ego stroked than have, you know, people sleeping with them all the time. And this is why they do it. And, you know, to punish you as well. Yeah, absolutely, they are definitely prone to being cheaters.
And why do we wait to sleep with somebody? Why do we wait? Why is there necessary for time, before you have sex with somebody? What do we say? We want to get to know them. We want to get to know who they are. Narcissists don't care who you are. They don't care who people are. They don't want to get to know you. They're not going to emotionally connect with you. It's sex. That's it.
Yeah.
They need it all the time.
Yeah,
I'm not
and
saying all
it's
of them. Yeah.
absolutely, and you know, it's also about control. You know, it's about having someone, you know, getting their ego straight and being able to, you know, have that control over someone else, control of their body. You know, what the ultimate control, have control of their body.
Yeah. There's many reasons people have sex and cheat and stuff, and it's usually not completely this sexual desire or need to release tension, or it's usually, I mean, a lot of women sleep with people and they'll give you reasons. It's, I wanted them to accept me. I wanted them to, whatever. And it's usually not just about the act itself.
Yeah, and well, it's certainly never about intimacy, is it? With the narcissist, intimacy has got nothing to do with it. It's about, it's a weapon. It's a tool in their kit, and it's about manipulation.
Yeah, and typically people that don't emotionally connect may physically connect. And what better way to physically connect than have sex? First
Yeah,
night, cheat, right?
yeah,
Make sure
yeah.
there's no emotional connection.
And
We're cheating. We're cheating.
yeah,
It's just sex. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And don't forget the excitement. You know, how exciting is it for the narcissist to trick people? You know, you're so dumb that I can go and send you an "I love you" text. I can have just, had sex with you in bed and then lie in bed texting someone else. And this is funny to them because they've lied to you and they've tricked you. So it's about that excitement. You know, it gives them a real ego boost to be able to trick you and dupe you and you know, manipulate you while they're off having sex with someone else.
Another notch on the bedpost.
Yeah. Oh, notch on the bedpost. There, a narcissist's bedpost would be whittled down to a blooming toothpick. It's like that many notches on there. The bed's just about to collapse. Oh my goodness. Okay, who else have we got here tonight? We got Susie Chilena. Hi, Susie. Susie says, hi, what about when you go to little or no contact and then you feel like you are numbing your emotions to cope? How do we handle this, please? Okay. Susie, I'm assuming that, correct me if I'm wrong, that you're talking about perhaps self-medicating, isolating yourself from society to deal with the pain, the trauma of the abuse. And to that, what I say is to get support and don't isolate. You can't do this on your own. This is going to be, and I don't say this to everyone to set you up to sabotage your healing journey. I say this because I don't want to set you up for failure, but this is going to be the hardest thing you've ever done. They spent years manipulating you and abusing you, and it's going to take a commitment. It's going to be a journey for you to heal and come out of that numbness and feel again. They taught you to not feel. They taught you that, you know, it's bad. It's bad to have emotions and be happy and, you know, and love other people. That's to have those qualities is to be selfish because you weren't focusing on the narcissist. So you were conditioned by them to be numb. So you're going to have to spend time rewiring your way of thinking and yeah, just seek support. Please seek support. Did you want to add to that, David?
Yeah, well, watch the last video we just made, right? 2 weeks ago, cognitive dissonance. You know, you've
Yeah.
got, and that, I think that's what she's explaining, sounds like,
Yeah.
right? I logically know I can't be with him. I shouldn't be with him. He's bad to me. This is going nowhere, right? But I emotionally am drawn back to him, that addiction. So I try to do things to distract myself, not do it, not go back there. And what really, I mean, talk therapy, awareness, consciousness, understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that word commitment. Commit to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I've kind of been using this example with, you know, my clients that have been coming to see me about their narcissistic abuse recovery, and I liken this to, you know, as we often do with someone who's withdrawing from heroin. You know, and we see this on the movies and we read about just the incredible pain and how hard it is to withdraw from heroin. And these people who want to do this have to make this the number one priority in their life. This has to come above everything. This withdrawal from the addiction, and which this is an addiction to your abuser. So you couldn't withdraw from heroin without making that the number one thing in your life, above work, above family, above just everything. Because if you don't break that addiction, everything else goes out the window anyway, and you have no life. So it's the same with this, guys. If you want to heal, you have to make this the number one priority in your life to be your healing. And it doesn't have to be a big, scary thing. This can be, you know, an exciting journey for you.
Invest in it. Invest in your commitment, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Rick's there. Hi, Rick. Rick says, my ex-narc has returned to her ex-boyfriend when she was, my ex-narc has returned to her ex-boyfriend when she was 15 and moved across the country with him, but won't sign divorce papers. Why? She discarded me. Why won't she finalize this? Well, that's easy, Rick, because that's a connection to you. Why stitch it all up and give you closure? That's what you want. You want closure. So there's so many aspects to this, isn't there, David? There's, the not giving you closure. There's that keeping that string there, having you contact her all the times to ask her for the divorce. It's just about not letting you move on and being able to continue to manipulate you.
Yeah, she's so emotionally unstable. She even knows herself she can't commit to anything.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. It's kind of the same as when the same kind of thing when when a narcissist says, oh, I'm moving, I'm leaving you, you're no good anymore, and they've even got a new partner, but they go and leave furniture at your house, or they leave something really important, knowing what kind of person you are and that you won't just get rid of it. Like, I know some of you would at this stage, but at a particular time in your recovery, you just that would be something that you would never do. So they intentionally do this. They want that connection, not because they want to get back in an intimate relationship with you, although they may want that for for the narcissistic supply, but because it keeps them inside your head, because every time you look at it you go, ugh, and you think of them. It gives them an excuse to contact you, and it just keeps that connection with you, and that's why she's keeping this going. Why stitch it up and give you closure when it'll be so much fun to string it out?
And or they're never confident in what they're doing. Never.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. I think I know where you're going with that, David. In that, what if this new target, the new person I'm with, doesn't work out? I can come
Like
back to
every
you.
relationship I've ever had. Like everyone that's ever failed me.
Yeah. Why get a divorce when we might need it later on? You know.
Plus
There's,
what I got from them was real good.
yeah. Yeah, there's always something going on. There is method in their madness. There is a reason why they do everything, and it's never selfless. It's always something about them.
If your old car still ran and you don't have to get rid of it, would you?
Hmm.
You might keep it in the garage, store it,
Yeah,
take it for a
exactly.
spin in a year from now or something. Remember the old
Yeah.
times whenever I feel like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. We've got Angie Huff there. Hi, Angie. Angeli's and just replying to Jessica says, absolutely, as it's all about them. And if I found out, they will deny, and it will somehow be your fault. It's not. Always about them, Angie. And that's what blame shifting is all about. It's about remaining unaccountable, no responsibility, and deflecting onto you. And if they've gaslighted you well enough, then you will accept that blame and try to fix it, which is what they want. How you going there, David? Should we answer a couple more? Or?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. We've got the lovely Venus there. Hi, Venus. Good to have you back. I
I
haven't
mean,
seen you here the last couple of times. Venus says, hi, Nova. Hi, David. And she's waving is it the Kiwi flag?
yeah,
Love
she's a
it.
Kiwi. Yeah.
The Kiwi. Good to see. Okay. Cassandra Pennington Collins says, are they capable of true love for their children, or are they just pawns in their game also? Did you want to answer that one, David?
I'll try. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I can't say anybody's not capable of something like that. I won't do that. But I think it's more important to realize that it's not important to them. So a lot of things that you never experience in your life aren't important to you, right? If there's something you've never done, you never heard about, it may not be very important to you, even though necessary, not important. Were they loved? Were they
Mm.
loved? Maybe never. So, I mean, emotional connection, we need emotional connection in a relationship. But if we grew up with no emotional connection, we aren't aware of it. It becomes unimportant to us, even though it's necessary in a relationship. We aren't aware of that. We don't know. So they don't emotionally connect. Do they love? If you ask them, they'll say yes. You can't take that away from them. It's hard to measure, but opinion only, I believe love is more than an emotion. It's more than your body doing something. It's more than saying it and committing. It requires action. Your action should show I love you.
Yeah,
You know,
I,
and
I
that, and
love
that
the
shows if they're
word.
not doing it, they probably aren't loving you. And if you're the person in their life that they married or whatever, it's unimportant. Capable, sure. Do they do it? Probably not.
Yeah. And that's so, yeah, it's such a good point. And it's so important to remember that um, I love you, they're just words. You know, they
I'm
are
sorry.
just, they're just, yeah, exactly like I'm sorry. That they are just words. The narcissist puts those words in their arsenal of weapons and pulls them out whenever they need them because they know they're potent weapons and they've got a lot of punch behind them. Now,
Well,
that these are
that's
just
why
words,
that's
and
why
they,
I don't like that's why I don't really care for, and I'm not
yeah,
judging people that say this, but I don't care for when someone says sorry instead of I'm
yeah,
sorry, right? Or love ya, instead of I love you. It's like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I feel you. Yeah, I get it. Because l- love needs to be love is about showing someone empathy and having wanting that person to be safe and happy, and there's just so many aspects to love, wanting,
Validation,
yeah,
validation. Your thoughts and feelings are worthwhile to me.
you mean something to me. You're special to me. I feel your pain when you're in pain. That's love. Love is about actions. It's not about the word. So if you are seeing that their actions do not line up with what is supposed to be the meaning behind the words I love you, then you can take from that what you will. Now, if a narcissist is manipulating the children to get back at you and is causing them pain and then saying, oh, but I love them, well, that's as good as telling you they love you because it's not real. It's not followed by any action that should go hand in hand with love.
Or just say, okay, they love me. That's how they love you. Do you like that kind of love? Do you love being loved by them?
Yeah.
That's it. They love you. That's it. That's love to them.
Yeah, exactly. And
Or
and
the
God,
or it's a love-hate relationship. I love you and I hate you.
yeah. What does that mean? That's just an excuse to abuse you, and it's confusing. It confuses victims because they equate love and abuse to go hand in hand.
Or don't hate me, I'll behave better. I want you to love me. Let's get rid of the hate part. What am I doing wrong?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Okay, we've got Chelsea Henderson there. Hey, Chelsea. Uh, Chelsea says, "Hey guys, I've been watching your videos. They are amazing." Oh, thank you, Chelsea.
Thank you.
I have been a month with no contact at all, which has been the hardest thing ever with family. But no matter how much hurt, but but no matter how much they hurt me, I still I still will always try and draw them back in, but I still will always try and draw them back in. Just, I mean, you're going to them and trying to get them back in your life because, yeah, you're missing them. Is that what you take from that, David?
I think so. Yeah, it's just more cognitive dissonance, right? I logically know, but I emotionally am addicted
Yeah,
and drawn, yeah, to more of this. I want more excitement, more drama. Go cheat and lie to me and then tell me I'm the best in the world.
yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah,
And also the fact that if it's you, Chelsea, that's seeking them out again and again, this kind of goes, that happens all the time, because we're taught by society that you can't leave your family no matter what, and that you have to put up with abuse from abusive parents and, you know, siblings and loved ones. And this is so wrong. No one has the right to abuse you. So if someone is toxic in your family, you have every right to go no contact with them. Just because you share DNA and you have a biological connection to them does not give them the right to abuse you. You have every right to go no contact with family if they are abusing you. So yeah, it just depends which way you're coming from with that statement.
And another thing, you know, after these relationships are over, we've committed to them, and commitment usually to commit to something usually means we drop other commitments to have to do that, and we do it. We fully commit, and we sacrifice, right? We sacrifice things, and we kind of lose ourself in them. After a relationship, we still value their opinions, tend to. Our self-worth will be whatever they think it is. And we kind of want them to come back, and we want them to hoover, and we want them to message us just so we can say, okay, good. All right. I'm
Yeah.
okay. I'm good enough. Yeah.
And I've been hearing this so much, David, and I know you would hear it a lot too, where victims, that they have left them and they're trying to break away. They're trying their best to break that trauma bond and to, you know, stay blocked and not unblock. And yet, you know, or, you know, perhaps they're going through family law court or something like that. They don't want to rock the boat. You know, that they don't want to do anything to upset the narcissist, because the narcissist might be even meaner and even nastier if they put a boundary in place and do anything, you know, do one thing to protect themselves. This might make the narcissist even angrier. And what I always say to that is, you're going to be doing the worst thing you can ever do to them, which is leaving them. This is, you know, so if you're sitting there like these people who I've been talking to this week going, oh no, I just want to, I'm not going to try and get my needs met and do what's right for me, because that might rock the boat and that might upset them. So I'm going to stay here and just be really, you know, hopefully he won't or she won't notice me. And meanwhile, your life's in tatters because you're not getting your needs met. And they're going, whatever that you can think of, they're going to do it when you leave them, and they know you're not coming back.
We end up compromising who we are, right? And that's the
Yeah.
worst feeling ever in the end after we do that.
Yeah, we did that video a while ago, didn't we, David, where we monstrasize them. You know, we've been conditioned to be so scared of them, and we forget that they're just a human being. And now that we know they're a narcissist, we actually hold all the cards. We can predict what they're going to do.
Yeah, an underdeveloped child adult.
Yeah.
Not a monster.
Yeah. Yep, a little toddler who has massive temper tantrums all the time and loves to split the dummy, you know, all the time.
Yeah,
That's what
we
they
are
do.
traumatized. It was big bad wolf. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we might just answer a couple more, guys, and then we'll wrap it up for the night. Okay, we've got Fiona Smith Barrett. Say hi, Fiona. And we've got Tanya Owen has tuned in from Perth. And we've got Lorraine Macbeth says hi, Nova and David. Hey, Lorraine.
Hello.
And Lorraine's got some very kind words there too. Thank you, Lorraine. Lorraine says, you look gorgeous tonight. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have this massive swell head tonight. Thank you, Lorraine. We've got Debbie Edwards there. Debbie says, is there anything I can say or do to put him in his place? Do you want to respond to that, David?
Oh, a good word to start using is no. Stop agreeing.
Yeah.
No is a good one. We haven't said it enough.
And also nothing. You know, no contact.
Yeah, I don't know. You don't have to say anything to them. Yeah.
Yeah. This
That's
is the
usually the
thing.
best.
Yeah. This is the
If you have a
thing where,
choice, if it's not working with them, if you don't have to work next to them, if it's just your ex or something, how about just don't talk to them anymore? Totally.
yeah.
Stop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good one.
And and this is the thing that victims, when they come out, David, they still, because they have this conditioned fear response to the narcissist, which they need to work through, they still feel like even if they do work up the courage and the strength to rock the boat, you know, or dare to say no to the narcissist or put a boundary in place, they still feel like they have to explain themselves. Oh no, I can't have the kids, you know, this weekend on your weekend because, you know, I have to work, and, you know, that just interferes with my with this, and my boss wouldn't like it, and if I don't have a job, I won't be able to look after the kids. And they still feel the need to explain to their abuser, and this is something I want you guys to get out of the habit of doing. You now owe them nothing. You don't have to give them an explanation of why you said no. That's being assertive. It's not being nasty or arrogant. It's saying, these are my boundaries, and I don't have to tell you why I put these boundaries in place. Yeah.
Yeah, real evidence that you're still feeling responsible for their emotions, right? Because that's what they're doing all the time. I feel this way, and you're like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Why are you apologizing? They just feel that way. They should fix that, you know? No,
And
we have to fix it. Yeah.
And you can't say no to me. Why? Why are you saying no? You really haven't got anything on this weekend. And, you know, if victims still haven't worked through that trauma, they will explain, you know, and this just raises the anxiety levels in the victims until you work through that, and you actually feel really comfortable and going, no, sir, I can't do it.
Yeah,
That's it. I don't
stop being so
believe you.
agreeable. Agreeability really won't serve you as well as learning how to
Yeah.
not be agreeable sometimes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, one more, and then we'll let it go. We've got San Giorgio there. Hi, San. San says, love listening to both of you. Thank you. I started my diploma in counselling. Good for you, San. I'm
Okay.
so happy you're doing that and ready to put myself first for the very first time in 20 years. It's been over a year, no contact, and it is getting easier. He still hoovers. Blocking is my new specialty. Yeah, that's just awesome. The new Power Ranger. Block, block, block.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's wonderful news. And Tony Jean Caspro is here. David says, hi guys. Dave, your vids have been great support.
Thank you very much. Good to hear that. Thanks for telling me.
Yeah. Okay. All right, everyone, we might leave it there tonight. David, thank you so much for joining here. As you know, love having you here to co-host the show. You poor thing having to stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning. We do really, really appreciate it. So you can go to bed now and get some shut-eye.
Thank you. And I really love doing this too. Thanks for inviting me again. Thank you, Australia and the rest of the world for watching and supporting this. Yeah, thank you. So we can keep doing it.
Yep, no worries. Okay, David, thanks, and I'll see you. I'll be in touch very soon, and I'll see you here. David's here every 2 weeks, guys, to co-host the show, and David will be back in 2 weeks' time with another topic for your narcissistic abuse recovery. Thanks, David.
That's right. Yeah, people ask me often to do live shows, live Q&As, and I keep telling them, come watch this one. We do this every 2 weeks. And please support Nova. Go to her YouTube channel, subscribe, go to her Facebook page and follow that. And we do these live every, what time is it there? Tuesday nights at 8?
Every second Tuesday, it's 7 p.m. Brisbane time.
Pacific time, Tuesday morning at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, you poor thing.
Eastern, 5 in the morning.
Yeah, I think Red Bulls are going out of business with you doing the live streams. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Dave. I keep telling you to come over here to Oz, and then you won't have to stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning. You can just do it here live with me.
I can't wait. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, be awesome. I can't wait either. Make it happen.
You can always come to the States too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Goes both ways.
It does too. Yeah, something I would absolutely love to do. Yeah, well, we'll work on that.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
And everyone, Brighter Outlook, please subscribe to David's YouTube channel, Damar's Coaching. David will put the link up. David puts videos out every week for your support and to help you with what you're going through and the trauma. Just anything relating to narcissistic abuse and other cluster B disorders. So yeah, please subscribe to David's YouTube channel, Damar's Coaching, and you'll have lots and lots of information there. You won't regret it. Okay, thank you, David. I'll see you soon.
Great, thanks. Bye-bye, everybody. See you in a couple weeks.
See you, David. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thanks, David. I know you're still there. Love having you here to co-host the show. Everyone, David will be back in 2 weeks and your questions. Now, everyone, for those of you who are new to these live streams, and if you're a new follower on Brighter Outlook Counselling Services page on Facebook or on Instagram, I just wanted to let you know that if you're seeking some further support, some, I guess, more intimate support, as in one-on-one counselling, please contact me. I am a professional counsellor on the north side of Brisbane in Australia, but I counsel people all over the world via Skype or telephone. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world, please just inbox me here, and I would absolutely love to be able to support you one-on-one in your narcissistic abuse recovery. Thank you so much for joining me here tonight. Don't forget, these live streams are on every single Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Brisbane, Queensland, Australia time. Next week, I have my daughter, Courtney Barton from Barton Family Lawyers. Courtney has her own family law practice, and Courtney has very kindly said that she will join me here next Tuesday to talk to all you parents out there who are struggling to deal with a narcissistic ex and are wanting some advice around how to deal with children, how to get through the family law court process. So that will be a big one. Please tell everyone. And the other thing I wanted to say to you or to ask from you is to please like and share these live streams. If you're in like a private support group, we're trying to spread awareness around narcissistic abuse, and you can really be part of that change by sharing these live streams and helping other people who don't know what they're going through. So that would be wonderful, guys, if you can like and share the live stream, particularly while we're live streaming. That would be great. Don't forget, this will be on live stream. Brighter Outlook's timeline, so you can watch it later on if you joined in late. And David will also be uploading it on his YouTube channel, Damar's Coaching. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. It's been an amazing night. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I will be back next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Brisbane time, and I look forward to seeing you there. Have a wonderful week. Thank you for your support, and I will see you soon. Thanks, everyone. Remember your worth, and then add tax. Bye, everyone.